Hi everybody, so the EU has approved Brexit. Yay! That's it then, we can all go home, we can stop worrying about Brexit then, because the EU have approved it, and obviously we're out, and then it's all done and dusted then, isn't it? No, it's not even close to being done and dusted, because this won't pass Parliament. This deal that Theresa May has struck, which essentially makes the United Kingdom a vassal state of the EU for the next potentially 81 years, with no way of actually getting out of this deal unless the EU actually give us their say-so. Yes, that is in the deal. It stops pretty much any nationalisation of railways as well. So anybody who's looking at that with regards to, a Jeremy Corbyn-led government after we get a deal with the EU or exit the EU, yeah, that won't be possible under that deal, this deal, I'm afraid. And obviously it still gives the EU fishing rights and then carte blanche to rule over us and laws, and the only thing really it stops, I think, is free movement of people, but there are even question marks over that. I'm sure that they'll fudge that somehow. It's a deal that nobody wants. It's a deal that nobody has support, nobody wants to give their support to, or very few people. There are up to 80 members of our own party that will vote against it. There are 10 DUP members whose votes she relies on. They will not vote for it. Very few Labour MPs will go against their own party. Even Kate Hoey has said that she won't vote for it. So this will not pass Parliament. This EU approving the Brexit deal means absolutely nothing. And it also means we are still really no closer to agreeing a Brexit deal than we have been in the last 2.5 years. Which just goes to, you've got to ask the question, what on earth have they been doing for the last 2.5 years? Well, watch my channel. She's been kicking the can down the road as far as she can. That's basically what she's been doing. Now, she knows that this is not going to pass. She knows she's not got the support of the MPs, so she's tried getting the support of the people. She's been up and down the country on phone-ins all over. She's been on the Radio 5 Live phone-in and on the BBC News channel. She was on LBC taking questions as well. I say taking questions, it says there answers questions, but she doesn't answer questions. She takes questions and then gives a response. She doesn't actually answer them. But then most politicians are the same. So she's trying to drum up support that way. She's even trying to drum up support, I noticed, by demanding a debate on Brexit with Jeremy Corbyn before this meaningful vote, which will happen probably second or third week in December. So she wants this beforehand, which I think is kind of cute. She spent 2 months in 2017 desperately avoiding a debate with Jeremy Corbyn in the lead up to the election, even to the point sending Amber Rudd in her place, because she knew that if she debated Jeremy Corbyn, or they thought that if she debated Jeremy Corbyn, she would get creamed. She likely would, and she still likely will if she debates it this time, but she's got nothing to lose, I don't think. As to what happens next when it does get voted down, if it gets voted down, of course, there's always a possibility that she'll gain support somehow. Maybe another billion to the DUP will sort out their votes, who knows. But if it gets voted down, then the government have got 3 weeks, 21 days basically, to come up with some sort of deal with the EU. And it does make a no-deal Brexit, which again doesn't solve the Northern Ireland border issue. It makes a no-deal Brexit ever more likely. At that point, I will say, as to what happens next, your guess is not just as good as mine. Your guess is as good as anybody's, because at this point, anything could happen. Theresa May could resign if she loses that vote. She may lose a vote of no confidence. There may be a new Tory leader who will then negotiate something with the EU. There may be a general election. There may even be another referendum. All options are on the table. Right now, almost 2.5 years after Brexit, we still don't know what we're going to get. 4 months away from actually leaving, and we still haven't got a clue what is going to happen with Brexit. That should give you some sort of idea as to just how badly the government have screwed this up on purpose just to kick the can down the road. I have been trying desperately to come up, since I've started this channel, been trying desperately to come up with something good to say about Theresa May. Because I always try and be fair, and I've criticised her a lot, and I want to do something to say, well done, Prime Minister, you are good at this. And I found it. She has got alligator blood, as I've said before. You cannot get rid of her. And the amount of criticism that she has come in for over the last 2 weeks, and the amount of time she's had to be standing on her feet for over 3 hours at one stage in the Houses of Parliament, answering questions and deflecting criticism and deflecting questions that really are uncomfortable. She is still there. She's still fighting. And that is commendable. So there you go. Theresa May, don't ever say, I never say something nice about Theresa May, because I just did. She's essentially the Black Knight. They come at her, they insult her, they attack her, they chop her arm off, and she says, "'Tis but a flesh wound. 'Tis but a scratch." There you go. I've said something nice about Theresa May. It's a pity that the something nice I said was, you can't get rid of her. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click the bell below so you get a notification of when I drop further videos. Independent voices like mine, I'm sure you're aware by now, are being censored across all social media platforms, so please like and comment on the videos. That really does help the channel out, and share the videos wherever you can to grow the audience. If you can, please support me on Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. I cannot do this without your help. I rely on your donations. Thanks very much for your support. It really is appreciated. Until next time, peace and take care.